Hey everyone, guess what? I'm at the National Tennis Center and I'm here with Buzz Ford. And of course, we're here because the preliminary rounds are going on for the Coca-Cola Flow ITF International Junior Tournament, correct?
That's quite correct.
All right, and tell us about what's taking place right now.
Well, we're just about to start with the 33rd annual Coca-Cola ITF Flow Junior International Tennis Tournament. And we'll be expecting players, probably about 150 from all over the world, including China, the United States, the United Kingdom, all over the Caribbean, South and Central America. So it's going to be quite an event. It's quite a high level of tennis, and I'd like to encourage anyone out there who wants to see a really fun event with high quality play to come out. It's free. Come on out to the National Tennis Center. Play starts on Sunday, and you can come out and watch the matches for free.
Perfect. Now, a lot of people are not aware, but of course, even at this center, tennis is readily available for persons who want to come and learn and enjoy, right?
Yes. Thanks to people like our corporate sponsors like Dubois Bottling Company and representing Coca-Cola and Flow, who are now on board sort of for the first time this year, but they're an evolution of an existing relationship with Lime, who partnered with Coca-Cola from, I think, the last year or the year before last, to bring us this event. We're able to put on those tournament and competition events, which are a crucial part of our young players' development. We have an extensive grassroots program now with up to 400 people playing tennis in schools as part of the school curriculum. And we also have a pretty extensive grassroots program for people who would not have ordinarily been able to afford to play tennis, who are learning, and we're actually pulling a tremendous amount of local talent out of that group.
All right, great. Now, I know that we have a young St. Lucian star as well who started off, small and went up the ranks and is doing big things all because of tennis, right?
Yeah, actually her results are quite spectacular. It's Stacey Roheman. She went up through our local programs. She's a former participant in this very tournament, and she got a tennis scholarship to Howard University in the U.S. For the duration of her scholarship, she maintained a 3.9 GPA. She was number one on the tennis team, and she was instrumental in Howard winning their division in the U.S. college system. Last year, she was nominated for the most prestigious scholarship in the world, which is a Rhodes Scholarship. She was a finalist. And this year, she's on the short list to be nominated as an NCAA Female Athlete of the Year. So that's a young St. Lucian girl, came up through the tennis system, and she's in a position now where she's going to be scouted not just by tennis people, but people in the professional community because of the record that she's been able to lay down. So I want people out there to get the message that tennis is no longer an exclusive bourgeois hotel sport that old perception continues to linger, but it's a very broad-based sport and getting broader and broader all the time for local people. And I want to stress to parents out there that there's a tremendous amount of opportunity for your children to not only build a better and healthier life through tennis, but to be exposed to the opportunities for things like a tennis scholarship where they can really get ahead in life.
Now, as you're touching on, of course, getting kids involved with tennis, how do you think, some of the good qualities and traits that kids can develop through playing tennis?
Well, you see, I might sound like I'm boasting about tennis because, I have a vested interest, but actually the reality is that to succeed in tennis, well, first of all, it's addictive. And to succeed, you have to develop a sense of discipline and self-reliance, because when you're out there on the court, tennis is almost like boxing in the sense, but there's no physical contact. It's man against man, person struggling against another person. It's very physical, and you have to do a lot of things right to hit one single good ball over the net. So once you get that bug, you start to become, you feel the need to be fitter, faster, more focused, and those qualities, more disciplined as well. And those qualities carry through into the rest of your life. And what we found is that the kids who have come through our programs and done well in tennis have also done better academically as well. They tend to do well in school and they're better adjusted because of the social aspect. And it's just an all-round good sport. So I really encourage as many people as possible, not just get your kids involved, but it's never too late. We have adults who are in their 70s and 80s playing 3 times a week. It's a sport that lasts you a lifetime. You're fitter, stronger, happier, healthier. What more could you want?
And with the progression of tennis here in St. Lucia, where would you like to see it go?
Well, we're not even halfway as far as we want to be in terms of bringing tennis around the island. Like I mentioned earlier, we have an extensive schools program with 400 kids playing tennis as part of the school program right now, but that's only primarily in the north of the island. So we need to expand, and we have the plans on the books to expand tennis throughout the island, out into the north and into the south, and central areas of the island. So that takes money. And so we're heavily dependent. We have an unprecedented level of support from the government of St. Lucia. I mean, that's why we have this National Tennis Center, which is the home for tennis. In the old days, we played tennis in the hotels, and that was sort of a barrier to a lot of people, even if it was only a perceptive barrier. But now that we have this home for tennis, thanks to the government of the Embassy of China on Taiwan and our local government, we have this base of operations from which we can build an island-wide program, and that's what we're in the process of doing.
All right, perfect. So listen, you have all the reasons why you should come check out the tennis tournament starting from Sunday. And of course, Buzz, just tell St. Lucia how they can contact you or contact the center for more information on getting involved in tennis.
I highly encourage you to call the tennis center. I'll give you 2 numbers out there, so get your pens out. It's 450-0429 or 450-8411. My personal mobile number is 484-3072, and anybody can call any of those numbers at any time to find out any more information. So I'd like to once again thank our sponsors. 33 years. I don't think there's any other sporting event in St. Lucia that's had such enduring sponsorship that we've gotten from Coca-Cola and Dublay's Bottling Company, and our co-sponsors, Flo, who are on board this year. So thanks again to the sponsors and to the public and everyone out there. Come on out, show some support. Give the young athletes who are playing at a very high level against some very tough international competition. Give them the exposure that they deserve, and let's allow them to be an inspiration to the fellow young athletes and other people in St. Lucia.
All right, fantastic. So listen, that was the buzz about tennis. Make sure you come check it out on Sunday, and don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
Come on out.
Hey St. Lucia, thank you again for coming back. As you can see, it's a beautiful day out, and I'm very honored to be in the presence of tennis greatness here when it comes to St. Lucia. I have Vernon Lewis here with us. Of course, he's a coach now, but he's going to tell us a little bit about the tournament coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, well, the CocaCola tournament has been around here for a long time. I suppose you know it started off, I think, with the Dublays. They've sponsored it for a very long time. Apparently, I didn't have a chance to play the Coca-Cola because it started after my junior days. But I've followed it all throughout all the years, and a lot of juniors who've been here, I've seen some of them at the US Open and so on. So it's not surprising that some of the players who play here, sometimes you see them, like Morphis, I think, played Coca-Cola many years ago. And you probably heard of Gail Morphis. He's the top 10 in the world and so on. So the Coca-Cola is a good tournament to see, because you may be watching a future French Open champion or something, you know. So it's great to watch it.
All right, perfect. Now, give St. Lucia a little bit of your tennis history, because I know you have your own wall of fame. And he's still so humble that I must say, we know you've represented in many Davis Cups, and, you know, it's been a name even before my time that I've grown up hearing. So tell us about your background in tennis.
Oh boy, that's a long one. I don't know where to start. But I was the top junior here. But ironically, I started playing men's tennis very young, because I played on the St. Lucia men's team at age 13. So I was kind of in between juniors and seniors. I became #1 in the men at 17, #1 in the OECS at 18. So it was kind of two things happening at the same time: a junior player and with responsibility of being, the best, in the men's too. And, just continued on in the US and Germany and so on. But I've always, been passionate about developing our young players. And, I've worked with a lot of players who've gone on to have tennis scholarships, and I've graduated from university, and a lot of them are ranked highly in the Caribbean. And I've seen so many great things happen here with our players. Sometimes we don't know about it, but a few years ago, we had a 12 and under tournament here with players from the Dutch-speaking Caribbean and the English-speaking Caribbean. And our little St. Lucian boys beat almost everyone in that tournament just a couple of years ago. So for me, that was one of the best things I saw. I saw them beat the #1 from Trinidad, Barbados, Curacao, almost everywhere. Two little guys from St. Lucia, and for me, that was really special.
Good stuff. They were repping for the
Yeah.
758, right?
Yes, yes.
Good. So tell us what's your most memorable moment in your tennis career?
Okay. I've had a lot of great wins. I won the Caribbean Single Championships twice. I won the OACS 10 times. I won tournaments in Germany, all over the place, in America. But I'll be honest, if you want to and I also beat a top player in the Davis Cup who went on to win Wimbledon, and he's the number one doubles player in the world. But I played a match against the Bahamas number 2 many years ago in Davis Cup at the Racket Club, and I suffered cramps from like the first set in a best of 5 set match. And in the crowd was our now past Sir Dunstan St. Omer rooting for me after I got cramped from the first set for 5 sets for over 5 hours. And I have a photograph after I won that match, after cramping in almost every part of my body, of Sir Dunstan with his hands up in the air like this, really stretched out, a symbol of strength, and he's tall, over 6 feet. Right. And I have the photo. And for me, just winning that match and seeing him with his hands stretched out like that, rooting for me, that's the greatest moment of my tennis life. Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. Well, listen, words straight from Vernon Lewis, again, tennis legend here first in St. Lucia. Yet another reason why you need to be down here come Sunday for the ITF Junior International Tournament happening, right?
Yeah, don't miss it. Don't miss it. And she's a fantastic reporter, daughter of a good friend of mine, Junior Men's. Don't miss it.
All right. Hey, we live in the islands. Everybody knows everybody. So that's how we do it. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Welcome back, St. Lucia. So I have 3 beautiful young ladies here with me, Sierra, Gabriella, and Sydney, and they are all players from the Bahamas who came here to St. Lucia to be part of the ITF International Junior Tournament happening this Sunday. So ladies, how are you feeling to be in St. Lucia?
It feels really nice. The weather is good. It's really beautiful here. It's wonderful to come back and see this wonderful place.
Nice. Well, you said come back, so this means you've been to St. Lucia before.
Yes, I have family here, so it's good. I get to see the place as well.
All right, good stuff. And how about you, Gabriella?
It feels good. It feels different. I've never been here before, but it's very nice and pretty and a lot of nature.
Good. Well, I hope you're enjoying the St. Lucian hospitality and food too.
Yeah.
Great. And Sydney, how about you?
I think it's nice. The atmosphere is really nice. It's a different place to come eat different food. Yeah. And take beautiful pictures because the surroundings are beautiful.
Listen, that's a girl after my own heart because I don't play by my belly either, so I can second that too. So tell me, how does it feel to be here in St. Lucia and, of course, preparing for the tournament?
Feels new, different. Nice to be out of the country, but a little nervous. Yeah.
Any pressure? Do you feel pressured? Again, international players are coming too?
Not pressure, just like to do my best and, do what I'm capable of. Yeah.
Great. Now from each of you, I just want to know, or tell St. Lucia, why exactly you got into tennis. I'll start with you.
At first, in my primary school, they had a program, and I was like, okay, let me see, let me play the sport, and then I played and I got really good, and so I kept going with it. And so I just kept with it. And it's a good exercise, too.
Great. How about you?
I played it because my dad, he saw it, and then he really liked the sport, so he wanted all his kids to play it. So then from little, just kept playing and going. Started playing tournaments in Bahamas, and, yeah, just took off there. Yeah.
Nice. How about you, Sydney?
Well, as a child, I was kind of round. So I decided to play it for exercise. And then I just started getting into the sport, and I liked it, so I just kept going with it.
Now, I just love how she said she was round. So listen, again, if you were tuned in earlier, Buzz told us all the health benefits, so you know why, another reason you should get involved with tennis. But let's bring a little closer to home. You can feel the girl power going on right now. So how do you feel about being females in the sport?
It's really good. I feel good. I feel proud. I would like to get far with it as a girl and make and be known worldwide as well.
Love that. All right, you?
It feels good. It doesn't feel different. I mean, girls can do what boys can do. So, yeah. I mean, plus it like makes when you do well, then it's like you look a good representative for females, and you're like, yeah, females can do the same thing.
Yes, it's really just, it doesn't feel any different. It just feels like, you just play the sport, or, you know.
All right, well, you know what? Tell persons why they need to come out, everybody in St. Lucia watching on Sunday, and of course support the players and come see the action.
When you come out, you will see how wonderful and fun the sport is, and that it's many things that can happen. You could travel all over the world to play tennis, because everywhere it's happening, and to make the sport bigger, make basketball look little.
Nice.
Why you should come out? You should come out because it's fun. You get to learn things. You get to see how. I mean, maybe seeing it will make you want to play tennis. I know I love to play tennis, so maybe you like to play tennis too. And who wouldn't want to see these beautiful females?
Beautiful ladies. I love how she said that. Any last words, Sydney?
Experience different sports, and, just get the experience and the whole vibe of it. Just calming. You come out, yeah.
All right, fantastic. Well, listen, these are my new gal pals, and this is why you need to come down on Sunday and check out the action. Come enjoy the sport, be part of it, and support, all right? So we're looking forward to seeing you, and don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. Hey everyone, so remember the Coca-Cola Flow ITF International Junior Tennis Tournament kicks off this Sunday at the National Tennis Center, as well as we have the second annual Barron Pork Festival taking place at Pigeon Island Landmark. So there's so many things happening for our Emancipation Weekend, so much to do with the family. So go out, check it out, enjoy, be safe, and of course, it is a Feel Good Friday, so have a really great day, and we'll see you back same place and time on Monday right here on DBS.